All right, readers, welcome back. So, as we move into this next section, something I want us to start doing is really trying to focus in on these small, key little details that we think has helped shape the perspective of our narrator thus far. Also, something that's important to note is this short story is broken off into chapters, just like many novels you've read, or even like our own lives. So, the name of this next chapter is called The Fate of Your Hoop Development. Let's jump in. For the past 3 years, you've spent every free minute balling at an outdoor court down the street from your building. After school, after games, weekends, you name it. Most nights you're still out there putting up shots alone when the sun falls behind the ocean and the automatic park lights come flickering on, spilling that strange yellow half-light across the cracked concrete. Ball is like anything else. Put in enough hours and your game's gonna blast off. Your jumpers now peer out to 25 feet, give or take. You've developed a nice little floater in the lane that leaves slow-footed big men flailing, but it's your handle that sets you apart. Your quicks. The way you can get into the paint at will and finish with either hand. This past season, you scored more points than any other 8th grader in the county. You were second in assists. So what? It ain't good enough, and you know it. Not if you want to be even more dominant next year in high school. That's why your ears perk up when you overhear a couple newcomers talking about Mooney Gym in Balboa Park. When you overhear the dude with love handles sitting on the stairs say to his boy, "It's the best run in the entire city, B. I put that on everything." "You ranked him out?" the other guy asks. "Nah, I used to ball there all the time before I tweaked my back. If you can hang with them big boys at Muni, shoot, you can hang with just about anybody." Shelf the extra jumpers that night. Proceed instead to the local library and look up Mooney Gym online. Type the address into Google Earth and you'll discover it's right next to the Air and Space Museum your mom took you to your moms took you and your sis to back in the day. And the Air and Space Museum, if your calculations are correct, isn't but 5 miles from your pop's job at the factory. Wander into your cramped living room after dinner that night. Work up the guts to describe for your old man the importance of competing against the best. You've outgrown your local run. It's time to put a foot in the deep end. So what if he doesn't even know the rules of the game? If all he does is sit there silently inside the TV, working a toothpick in his teeth? So what do you think, Pop? About what? Would it be cool if I went with you to work every morning so I could play some ball down there? He'll look at you suspiciously, then turn back to his cop show and his toothpick. You'll take this as a no and assume the fate of the most important summer of your hoop development now rests in the hands of the county bus system. But you'll be wrong. A few minutes later, he'll mumble, better have your skinny butt out by the car by 5, I'll tell you that, or else I'm leaving without you." He won't even look up when he tells you this. Doesn't matter. Your heart will race with excitement. You'll tear into your room you share with your sis and lay your hoop gear out by the chair by your bed like some kind of giddy schoolgirl, which is pretty much how you'll feel. All right, so now again in our notebook, what I want you to do is go back in and try to identify some details that stand out to us. Again, you can use that sentence frame we put in the last slide that kind of helps us with the detail, and then you can insert a little quote, and then you'll follow that up with makes me think, which will allow you to really explain your thinking and your thought process. Jump into it.